we're going to start this morning in Supta Baddha Konasana instead of a seated position. So putting the soles of the feet together and then just rolling down into your reclined position. If it's not comfortable like this, you can come into a Shavasana. But the benefit of this pose is that it's going to really gently open your hips. And the class today is a classic flow, so it's a really nice reintroduction after a week off if you haven't done any yoga in that week. So palms facing up, tuck the chin to get a bit of length in the back of the neck. Let's take a deep inhale, fill the lungs up all the way. Sigh it out through the mouth and closing the eyes if they aren't already. Moving into the breathing. Start by exhaling the breath out and breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then releasing the breath, see if you can relax the full length of the spine into the mat. Just going to pause here for a moment. Release any tension in the face, the forehead, the jaw. And then when you're ready, taking the hands to the outside of the thighs, pressing the knees in and up, and then hug the knees into the body. Pull the knees towards the armpits. Rock left to right a few times, waking the spine up. And then we're going to rock and roll 5 times. So taking the hands on the thighs behind the knees, rocking forward and tapping the toes for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my stomach's making noises. 5. And then coming up into a seated position. And then from here into table. So swinging the legs round, shoulders are stacked over the wrists, pelvis over the knees. And then toes together, knees wide, we're going to press back into a child's pose. So taking the hips onto the heels and then sliding the hands forward. Only slide the hands as far forward as you can before the hips lift up. So that might mean you're sitting up a bit higher, that's fine. If you're all the way down, rest the forehead. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, keeping the shoulders away from the ears the whole time. And then inhale back to table. We're going to move into down dog. So tuck the toes. Take an inhale, and on your next exhale, pressing the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So as always, bend the knees if you want to get a bit more length in the spine or your hamstrings are a bit tight or sore this morning. Fingertips, fingertips are spread wide. Press into the index finger and thumb. And then on the inhale, lift the hips up and back. Find that length in the spine. Pull the shoulders back and down away from the ears, and on your exhale, drop the heels. Inhale and exhale, gently move the weight from the left to the right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then let's walk the feet to meet the hands at the front of the mat. Feet are pelvis width apart. Again, bending the knees if you want. Putting more weight towards the front of the feet, helping stretch into the hamstrings. Upper body's nice and heavy. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Check in with the muscles in the face. Make sure you're not holding any tension. And then we're going to roll up into mountain. Lift the arches of the feet to start off with, and then as you come up, engage the quads and the glutes. Unfurling all the way up. Once you're up, lift up through the crown of the head, drop the shoulders. And then with the rib cage knitting in, inhale the arms up, keep the shoulders down. We're going to take the left wrist in our right hand. So you're gripping the left wrist. Inhale, find a bit of length. And as you exhale, just gently reaching to the right. Nice stretch down the left side here. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Try and keep the shoulders stacked so we're not leaning forward. One more, inhale and exhale. On the inhale, back to center, swap the grip so you're holding the right wrist. Inhale, extend up, keep the rib cage knitted in, and on the exhale, slight bend to the left. We don't need a lot of a bend. We're just going to feel that stretch on the right side quite quickly. Keep breathing, take one more inhale. And exhale, inhale back to center, keep the arms up. And on the next exhale, moving into our sun salutation, coming down into a forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank. We're going to hold it, drop the knees if you want to. Otherwise, we're pressing the mat away, pressing the heels to the back of the room, thinking about pulling through the crown of the head to the front of the room. Keep pressing the mat away. Take another inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the next exhale, lower down really slowly through chaturanga. You're really firing up the arm muscles. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Pause here. Let the pelvis be really heavy. And then extend up through the crown of the head. Then engage the quads. Lift them away from the mat. Take an inhale, and on the next exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take another inhale as you lift the hips up and back. Exhale as you drop the heels. Come up on the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, step, hop, float or walk, and then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands up above the head. Lower body is engaged. Exhale, down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, feel the hamstrings. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank, and exhale through chaturanga. Keep the elbows tucked in, and inhale. Upward facing dog, drop the hips. Exhale. Downward facing dog, come up on the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, step, hop, float or walk, and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale, the hands up above the head, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale. Downward facing dog. Think about pressing the chest towards the thighs, drop the heels, pulling the shoulders back and down. Take another inhale and exhale. So we're going to move into the flow, starting on the right side with warrior one. Step the right foot through. The knees over the ankle, drop the back heel, and inhale the arms up. Sit down into it, pull that right hip back, and then just check your back leg is nice and straight. It's really easy for it to be bent without you noticing. Arms are up, shoulders away from the ears. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on the next exhale, moving into warrior two, all the classic poses in this flow. Gaze past the middle finger, pressing that knee slightly to the right. The knee is directly above the ankle, pressing down through the outside of that back foot. Keep breathing. So it's a nice flow, so hopefully once we've done it once, it'll be very familiar, so you'll be able to just calm your mind and just flow through it. Keep breathing, one more inhale, and on the next exhale, extended side angle. So that front forearm comes on the front thigh, legs stay the same. The top arm, the left arm, is either reaching up or forward. If you're reaching forward, you're going to get that nice stretch in the side body again, and keep the left shoulder stacked on the right. Don't want to be pitching forward. If that doesn't work for you, you want to come up a bit higher. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Use the next inhale because it's going to support your spine as you come up and into reverse warrior. So the right hand's going to reach up. Maybe you want to reach back, but you don't want to get any pinching in the lower spine. You can tilt the pelvis to give you a bit more support in the lower spine as well. Remember, the back hand is resting lightly anywhere apart from the knee. Take another inhale, and on your next exhale, cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back to a high plank. You can go to down dog or exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, step the left foot through. Inhale up into your warrior one. Again, left hip pulls back. Check in that that back leg is nice and straight. Sit down into it. Tuck the shoulders down away from your ears. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on the next exhale, warrior two. So you need to shuffle that front foot slightly to the right, probably, to get your heel to arch alignment. Make sure that back arm's staying up. Take another inhale and exhale. Sit into it. Inhale, and on the next exhale, forearm to front thigh, extended side angle, whatever that looks like for you this morning. But wherever you are, keep the right shoulder stacked on top of the left. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, coming up and reversing into your reverse warrior. The legs stay in exactly the same position. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on your next exhale, cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Let's go straight back into it. One breath with each movement. Step the right foot through. You're inhaling up into warrior one, and then exhaling into warrior two. Drop that front arm, inhale into extended side angle, and then exhale. And then on the next inhale, come up and exhale into reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, high plank. You can go to down dog or exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Press the chest towards the thighs, left side, step the left foot through. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale into your warrior two, gaze past the middle finger. And then front forearm comes down, reaching up and forward, extended side angle. On your next inhale, coming up and through center, and exhale, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, high plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, step the right foot through. And inhale up, warrior one, pulling the right hip back. Exhale, warrior two. Keep that back arm up. And then coming into extended side angle on your exhale. Use the inhale to come up. And exhale into reverse. Cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, high plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, step that left foot through. Pull the hip back as you inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Make sure you've got that heel to arch alignment. Then coming into extended side angle. Inhale and exhale. Use the inhale to come up and exhale, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, high plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here if you fancy a rest. Otherwise, come up on the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat. Step, hop, float or walk. And inhale, halfway lift it to really extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the hands up with a flat back, shoulders away from the ears as you exhale down through heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step, hop or float back, high plank, either a down dog or exhale, chaturanga, really working the shoulders today. And exhaling into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale as you lift the hips up and back. Exhale, drop the heels. We're going to go back into it. One breath with each movement. Again, step the right foot through. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle, really reach, shoulders are stacked. And on the inhale, coming up. And exhale, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, step that left foot through. Inhale up as you're pulling the left hip back, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle, really reaching with that top arm. And then on the inhale, coming up through center and exhale, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Exhale, drop the heels. Let's do it once more, a bit slower. Step the right foot through. Inhale up, warrior one. Pull that right hip back, sit into it, tilt the pelvis, check in on that back leg, and then knit the rib cage in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, come into warrior two. So maybe lengthen the stance a bit more this time. Check you can see a few of those front toes. And the back arm's going to be feeling a bit tired now. It'll probably drop down, so make sure it's up level with the shoulders. Gaze past that middle finger. Take another inhale. And on the next exhale, extended side angle. So we're reaching with the top arm. If you feel like it, if you feel warm enough, maybe take a bind. Come down a bit lower, catch the backhand. If you're doing this, keep the shoulders stacked, extend through the crown of the head. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, release the binds, and on the next inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the lower half of the body as it is, really reach with the top half. And again, remember, you can tilt the pelvis if you're feeling any pinching at all in the lower back. Inhale, and as you exhale, cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, down dog. Take an inhale as you lift the hips up and back, and as you exhale, drop the heels. Left side, step the left foot through. Inhale up, final warrior one. Again, sit down into it. Strong, straight back leg. Pull that left hip back. Rib cage is in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on the next exhale, warrior two. Check in with that back arm, pressing the knee to the left. Check your back leg, it's still nice and strong and straight. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on the next exhale, extended side angle. So again, either stay here or take your bind. Extending through the crown of the head. If you come into it and decide it doesn't feel good, just come straight back out, that's fine. Take another inhale and exhale. Release the bind, and on the next inhale, coming up and exhaling into your reverse warrior. pause here for a moment. Remember to tilt the pelvis if you need to. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure you're not holding any tension in the face or the neck. And then from here, we're going to come into a low lunge. So step the right foot through. Drop the back knee. Coming up, you can raise the arms if you want. If the shoulders are feeling a bit tired, just rest them on the front knee. We're going to concentrate on the hip flexor, so make the hips nice and heavy. Maybe a little tilt in the pelvis if the hip flexor can take that extra stretch. Let the heart rate come down. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Relax the shoulders and the face. Inhale and exhale. So from here, we're going to come into pigeon. Take the right foot across to the left, flex it, and then drop the knee down. So if this immediately feels very, very tight on the right hip, pull the heel in towards the body. And you want to think about bringing the left hip down towards the mat, so we're not really open. Keep the hands on the mat. We're just staying here for a few breaths. Keep that right foot flexed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, roll onto the right hip. Bring the sole of the right foot to the outside of the right thigh. Drop the left glute. Really gentle twist. Just twisting to the left. Keep extending up through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. Then come back to center. Going to move into a low lunge on the other side. So come into that however feels most comfortable for you. Drop the hips down. Give that hip flexor a moment just to relax into it. And then if you want, you can press the top of the back foot into the mat. Get a bit more of a stretch. You want to think about having the shoulders directly over the pelvis, so you're not leaning forward because you're going to lose a bit of the stretch then. Take another inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Let's move into pigeon. So the left foot moves across to the right. Flex it before you drop into it. And if you need to pull the heel closer to the body, then do that. Think about pressing the right hip flexor towards the mat. Extending through the crown of the head. Just take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then roll onto the left hip. Swing the right foot round and goes on the outside of the left thigh. Drop the right glute and then gentle twist to the right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Release. Soles of the feet flat on the mat, arms out in front. Take an inhale to extend up through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, rolling down onto the mat, nice and slow. Once you're down, hug the knees into the body. Bring the knees towards the armpits. Try and press the full length of the spine into the mat. Rock gently left to right. Take one last inhale, fill the lungs up all the way. And as you exhale, moving into Shavasana, palms are facing up, feet are releasing down to the sides. Let the body relax, finishing with a body scan. Put the attention in the toes, moving up through the tops of the feet, soles of the feet, and the heels, the ankles, shins and calves, backs of the knees, quads and hamstrings, hip flexors and glutes. Release the lower back towards the mat, the middle back and the upper back. Relax the abdomen and the rib cage. Relax across the chest and the upper shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands and fingers relax. Relax the back of the neck and the back of the head. Relax the throat and jaw. Relax the cheekbones, the eyes, ligaments around the eyes, eyebrows and forehead, and the crown of the head. Let the whole body relax for the final few moments. And then, if you're ready to move, bend the knees, soles of the feet on the mat. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, rolling to the right, pressing the hands into the mat. Excuse me. Coming back to a seated position, hands at heart center. Bowing your head, thank yourself for doing your yoga. You did a great job, whether you're doing it live now or whether you're doing it later on. It's all good. Thanks for joining me.